So good afternoon everyone. In the previous lecture we have talked about the two-phase locking protocol. Today we are going to talk about the three-phase locking protocol, but I will quickly revise what we have seen earlier in the two-phase locking protocol, and then we'll talk about the three-phase locking protocol, 2PC and 3PC. So let's start. See, in the two-phase locking protocol there are only two phases as we have discussed earlier. In two-phase locking protocol there are only two phases. The phase number 1 is nothing but the voting phase, and phase number 2 is nothing but the decision making phase. These are the two phases, right? Voting phase and the decision making phase. I am talking about 2PC, right? Two phase locking protocol. So in voting phase all the subordinates or all the participating sides will communicate with the coordinator side, and the decision will be taken by the coordinator side, right? And this all this what I can say, this participating side will be participating in the decision making, not in the decision making, in the voting phase. They will vote either to commit or abort the transaction, and if all the sides says yes, then the transaction will get committed, otherwise the transaction will get aborted. If one of the side will say abort the transaction, then the whole transaction, then the decision by the coordinator will be taken to abort the transaction. That we have seen. Then we have seen some, if there is a failure then what happens, that we have seen. So in the stage of recovery we have seen what was there. In the stage of recovery, if the participating side fails, what happens, and if the coordinator side fails, what happens, right? That we have seen. Now in three-phase locking protocol, what is the problem with the two-phase locking protocol that this three-phase locking protocol solves? In 2PC there is a problem when the coordinator fails, then what happens, that is the problem with the two-phase locking protocol. So in three-phase locking protocol we try to solve that. So let's start the three-phase locking protocol. The three-phase locking protocol, in three, why it is called as three phase? Because there are three phases. Phase number 1 is voting, phase number 2 is phase commit, means pre-commit, and phase number 3 is decision making. So these are the three phases of the three-phase locking protocol. One is the voting phase, second one is the pre-commit stage or phase, and third one is the decision making phase. Okay, so one by one we'll talk about. But before that, already this voting phase, the phase number 1, and the second phase, that is nothing but the decision making phase. Both the phases are, what I can say, already we have seen what is the significance of those phases in the what I can say, in the two phase locking protocol. But in three phase locking protocol we are having one more phase, that is called as the pre commit phase. So what happens in the pre commit phase, that we will be talking about. So I will elaborate one by one with the complete process. I will tell you. Okay, so as we can see, this three phase locking protocol is an extension of the two phase locking protocol. Okay, now see, now this three phase locking protocol is an extension of the two phase locking protocol, but that avoids the blocking of participating sites even if the coordinator site fails. Because if the coordinator site fails, then we are going to block all the participating sites. But here, even if the coordinator site fails, we don't block the participating sites. That is the advantage of the three phase locking protocol. And here there are certain conditions will be requiring when this three phase locking protocol takes place. The first condition is this: whenever there will be a three phase locking protocol, there will be no network, there will be no network participations, there will be no network partitions. And for this stage, the another condition is there should be at least one available site. If there are four sites, if there are four sites, out of that one will be chosen as a coordinator site and three will be participating sites. and 3 will be participating sites. So at least one participating site must be there. If other two fails, then there is no problem, but all three should not fail. Then at least k sites can fail. At most k sites can fail where k is some predefined number and k is greater than or equals to 0. Means there should not be any failure, or if the participating site fails, then there are k number of sites can be failed or can fail. Means if I want to tell you in terms of, yeah, hello, yes, yes, accepting. So let me elaborate in other way. You can see if I am having, this is my site 1, this is my site 2, this is my site 3, site 4, site 5 and site 6, and this is one network which is connected to one coordinator site. If I am naming it as, this is my coordinator site, and these all are nothing but my participating site 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. These are all connected to the participating site, right? So out of this, if I am saying these two sites, these two sites are failed, right? Then in three phase locking protocol there is no impact, still the communication between these, whatever the communication that need to be take place, whatever the communication between all these sites, that will be good enough, right? What I am talking about, I am talking about 3pc. But in 2pc, if this scenario happens, then the whole communication will be blocked, because these two sites are blocked, these two sites are failed, and if these two sites are failed, then there is nothing we can do in 2pc. But in 3pc, even though these two site fails, there is no problem. Whatever the communication between all other sites, it will continue. Okay. Now, so there are three phases. The phase number one, the phase number one is voting, phase number two is pre-commit, and phase number three is decision making. That is nothing but commit. So collectively, you can see what happens in the voting phase. It is nothing but it sends the prepare message to all the sites like this. Here, if I am saying this is nothing but, let me change the color. If I am saying this is my coordinator site, and this is my participating site 1, participating site 2 and participating site 3. These are my three sites and they are connected to the network, right? So this coordinator site will send the prepare message to this site, to this site and to this site. It will send the prepare message. So that is nothing but this TI prepare. Okay. Then in pre-commit phase, it will what I can say, in pre-commit phase it will send the pre-commit message, and in decision making phase it will send the commit message. So I will elaborate one by one. What do you mean by this pre-commit? What do you mean by this each and what is the significance of each and every phase? So the first phase is voting phase. In voting phase, what happens? First of all, the whatever the sites are there. Here in this case, there are four sites. Site number one. This is my site number one. Site number two. Site number three. Site number four. Out of this, one will be chosen as a coordinator site. So, for example, I am choosing this particular site as a coordinator site. So this will be chosen as a coordinator site, and once the coordinator site will be chosen, this coordinator site will send a prepare message to all the participating sites. Just now I have told you it will send the message, the prepare message to all the participating sites, right? Once these sites will receive once this site will receive the prepare message, it will send either to either a ready message to the coordinator, or if they are not ready, means they will send the abort message, right? So either you can see, either they can once this coordinator side will send the prepare message, this all participating side will send what, either the ready message. The ready means yes, I can say this, it will send the ready message, and this will also send a ready message. This ready message means what? They are going to commit the message, they are going to commit the transaction. That is the simple meaning of ready. Okay. Or if any one of these participating sites sends the, if any one of these participating sites sends the abort message, okay, then what happens? Okay, but either they can send the ready message or they can send the abort message. This is nothing but the voting phase. So you can see this participating site, this participating site, and this participating site has voted. Then I am having, then the second phase is there, that is nothing but the pre-commit phase. What happens in pre-commit phase? If suppose this coordinator site receives the abort from all the coordinators, all the participating site. For example, in this case, if I am saying I am receiving from all the sites, I am receiving this ready message from all the participating site. I am receiving the what I can say ready message. Then I will then this coordinator site, then this coordinator site will send, this coordinator site will send the, this coordinate, let me change the color, this coordinator site will send the, this coordinator site will send the prepare commit message. It will send the prepare commit message to all the sites. This message will be sent to this, and this message will be sent to this participating site also, right? Why? Because all the participating site has sent me the ready message. That means what? They are ready to commit. That's why I will send one more message to them, that is called as pre-commit message. Okay. If suppose, the another scenario, if suppose uh, one of the participating site sends the abort message, in that case this coordinator site will not send the pre-commit message. It will send what? It will send the pre-abort message. It will, this coordinator site will send the, this coordinator site will send the pre-abort message. That is nothing but the pre-commit stage. Then we are having the stage number 3, that is called the decision making stage. So you already know what do you mean by decision making stage. In decision making stage, if all the participating site has sent ready message, then it will send the commit message. Otherwise, if it doesn't send the commit message, it will send the abort message. Right. So this is the what I can say, the difference between 3PC and 2PC is that this, we are having a pre-commit phase. Right. Due to this pre-commit phase, I can predict whether this, whether whether all the participating sites are going to abort the transaction or commit the transaction. That's why 3PC is much important than the 2PC. Okay. So this is all about your assignment. The what I can say, the module number 4, distributed databases. We have ended the module number 4. I will quickly revise what we have seen here in this particular module. We have started from the distributed database, right? I'll record the separate video because already 13 minutes are over. So okay.